Today we have a really fun story to share with you. It's all about winter, and it's kind of different because this winter isn't just a season of the year. This season actually turns into a real person. So you have to be creative and imaginative as we tell this story. It's kind of like an old myth, you could say, something that is made up, but there are a lot of things in it that we can learn together.
Yeah, it's kind of like a legend here. And not only is winter a person, but the other three seasons are people too. So at the beginning of time, the four seasons, spring, summer, autumn, and winter, they got together and they agreed that they would each rule the earth in turn. To rule just means to control something, to be the leader of something. And they wanted to rule or control the earth in turn. In turn means they were taking turns. So first, summer would rule for 3 months, and then autumn or fall would rule for 3 months, then winter, and then spring, and then they'd start over. So they were doing this in turn. If you're playing a game like chess or something, you will move in turn. Oh, it's your turn now. Now it's my turn. Well, here, in turn is our shortcut for you for today. Let's take a closer look.
Shortcut for you.
Can I help you with the cooking tonight?
No, this kitchen is too small for 2 people to cook in.
Alright, why don't we cook in turns then?
What does that mean?
It means we each take a turn cooking. Tonight you can cook, and tomorrow night I'll do the cooking.
Oh, I get it now. In turn means 轮流的意思.
Right.
Okay, so what about washing the dishes after supper?
I hate washing the dishes. You always have to do that.
Hey, that's not fair. We should wash the dishes in turn as well.
So when you do something in turn, you don't do it all at the same time. You do it one after the other in some order. For example, in my class last night, all the students had to stand up and give a report in class in turn. So we each had about 10 minutes, and then when we were finished, someone else would get up. Well, this was how they decided they would rule the earth. But long ago, spring, summer, and autumn, they kind of got tired of winter. Winter's always wrecking everything. She ruins everything. She destroys flowers and fruits, and you know what happens to the leaves on the trees in winter, right? They all fall off. So they weren't very happy with winter.
So they decided to work together, and they were going to break their peaceful arrangement and banish the cruelest season to the human world. So they wanted to break their peaceful arrangement or their peaceful agreement. Peaceful means there is no fighting, there's no violence, it's nice and quiet, people get along. So of course we like peaceful times and we don't like wartime because that's terrible. Well, they had this peaceful arrangement, everything was going well, they were controlling the world in turn. But then they decided to banish this cruel person to the human world. To banish somebody means you send them away for good. You don't let them come back.
Ooh.
And we usually talk about where we send them to. Like, for example, a political leader might be banished to some island in the ocean somewhere after he loses power.
You can sometimes be banished for a short time, though. If you're a naughty student in class, your teacher might banish you for the rest of the day. Ooh, that's embarrassing. But then you can come back the next day or maybe the next week, depending on what you did wrong. Well, winter is the cruelest season. If you're cruel, you're mean to others. You don't treat them well. Well, at that time, there lived a rich, powerful lord on the earth. Now, remember, these seasons are all sort of in heaven. So this Lord is on earth. That's where he lives. And he loves beautiful things. He has spent his whole life collecting treasures. A treasure is anything that you value, that has a lot of worth to you. Maybe you have gold and silver, or beautiful furniture, or fine paintings. Whatever you like could be your treasure.
Right. To collect just means to bring lots of things together into one place. For example, when I was a kid, I liked to collect coins. Well, again, he liked to collect beautiful treasures, and he would lock them away in his castle so nobody else could see them or have them. Well, one night this lord was visited by spring, summer, and autumn in a dream. So he was dreaming, and these 3 seasons came to visit him.
Yeah, he saw them in a dream. Well, they filled his sleeping mind with pretty images or pictures. That's what an image is, something you imagine in your mind, of snowflakes and icicles. Snowflake is a piece of frozen water, and it comes down from the sky, and it's very light. An icicle is a long piece of frozen water that is very sharp at the end. And that's what he saw in his dream. And he thought they were beautiful, and he wanted to own Winter herself. So this was something he considered a treasure, and he wanted it in his castle.
That's right. He wanted her for himself. Okay, everybody, that brings us to the end of the first part of our lesson. It's time now for our Chinese teacher to talk to you.